Hey everyone, Brock Hardman here with today's episode of Your Health Truth, aka the internet's most passionate health and wellness show. That, my friends, is my interpretation of Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't know who that is, go check out his wine blog at winelibrarytv.com. Much inspiration from him to help me create this site. He has a book called Crush It. I would highly encourage you to read it. So today we are going to talk about organic foods. I will not go into a whole lot of detail, but I will kind of scratch the surface on when to buy organic and when to not buy organic, and is it even worth the cost? So my suggestion on buying organic is pretty simple. If you're going to buy fruits and vegetables, you really do need to consider whether or not you buy organic. And here's why. There are certain fruits that absorb the pesticides like a sponge. So you really need to avoid those fruits if they're not organic. Now, I made a list of ones that have been proven to be very high in concentration of pesticides on non-organic farms. Those include apples, bell peppers, celery, cherries, imported grapes, nectarines, peaches are extremely high, pears, potatoes, and berries such as strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Now I could go on and on, but those are pretty high up there, and always encourage you to avoid eating those if they're not organic. Otherwise, you're ingesting pesticides. Now, why is that bad? Well, pesticides are used to kill organisms, and they're extremely toxic. So, do you really want to consume something that is used to kill something else? You don't eat rat poison or any other poison, but unfortunately, a lot of farmers use pesticides to kill off pests so that, they can create more crops. And they pass that burden onto you and your immune system. So, when to not buy organic. There are certain things like seafood and cosmetics that, seafood is not really worth the extra cost because there's really not much difference in level of mercury and other toxins between organic and not organic. So, what's the big craze about organic? Well, first of all, it's a lot healthier. And, whether or not, because, I get, all the time it's the same kind of excuse as to why people don't buy organic. It's too expensive. And I always tell people, you're paying for it whether you buy it or not. You can either pay for organic, enjoy living a healthy lifestyle, or not pay for organic and pay for it down the road with healthcare costs, with going to the doctor, with getting sick. So would you rather enjoy it, buy healthier food that makes you feel better, makes you healthier, enjoy your life, or would you rather continue to destroy it with eating foods that are made from soil that's not rich, that's burdened with pesticides, and that's not nearly as good for you, nutrient deficient? So you're paying for it regardless. It's just it's kind of a paradigm shift on where the money's going. And so, I would encourage you that, start thinking about buying organic fruits and vegetables. Meats, there are a few like chicken and some of the beefs that are definitely healthier in the organic variety. Grass-fed beef and all that. There's, just do some research on what's healthier. And, but as far as organic goes, not everything is worth the cost. So like breads and potato chips, and there's a lot of different, vegetables that don't have as high of level as pesticides as others, and it may not be worth the cost for you. So I, always encourage you to do your own research on everything I say, but especially with fruits, do some searches on what fruits are high in pesticides and avoid those, especially if you have small children, because you may be able to handle it okay for, small periods of time, but if you have, a young one that's trying to develop, you really need to be careful on what you feed him or her, because there's some harmful stuff in food that's not organic. And, just once you start eating organic, you'll realize how different it is and how much better it tastes, how better you can digest it. Because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of foods that we consume, we will immediately after we eat get tired, and that's not because what we like to call a food coma. It's because it takes so much energy to digest foods that don't have the natural enzymes already built into the food. So that's what is good about organic, is that it actually gives you energy as opposed to taking energy away from you. Because organic foods have the natural enzymes in them that your body needs to help break down the food. So there's just multiple benefits on choosing organic. It's better for your body, it's better for the environment, it's better for the economy, it's better all the way around, and you'll feel better. So next time you're out at the supermarket, do what you can, buy organic, and your body will thank you. Talk to you tomorrow.